The Defense Ministry on Sunday released its latest video footage of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant shot from a ground self-defense force helicopter. We have an expert's analysis on what can be ascertained from this latest footage.
This is a film capture from the southern part of the site. This is an aerial image of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The ground self-defense forces had dispatched a helicopter and disclosed that aerial footage that has been taken shortly before 10 a.m. yesterday over a 20-minute period. This is reactor number 1. With the hydrogen explosion, the roof has caved in. This is reactor number 2. A part of the wall has crumbled, and we see vapor-like white smoke emitted from the top. And also, the opening has, in the rooftop has also forced vapor to escape. This is reactor number 3. Because of the vapor, it is impossible to confirm what is happening inside. Because of the hydrogen explosion, only the steel frame remains of the upper shell of the building. Vapor is being emitted. We talked to Dr. Naoto Sakimura of Tokyo University, and he has pointed out that the crane that has been used to transport the fuel has dropped as the ceiling caved in. He talks about the instrument that hangs from the crane, which has apparently fallen on the nuclear fuel rods, and there is likelihood that the fuel has been damaged, and the radioactive material may have been released as a consequence, and that likelihood cannot be denied. This is reactor number 4. The walls have caved in, and we see vapor gushing out from various openings. The green equipment is the crane, and the yellow, spherical object, it appears to be the lid of the containment vessel. The yellow object is the lid, the upper lid of the containment vessel. Reactor number 4 was undergoing periodic inspection, and therefore the lid has been opened. With the hydrogen explosion, however, it is unlikely to believe that the explosion itself has dislodged the lid. What we see here, this is red. This is the equipment that is injecting water. We see a vapor being emitted. And this suggests that in reactor number 4, there is water in the spent fuel pool.
Earlier, NHK World's Yoshiyuki Yamasaki gave us his analysis of the current situation at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant.
Now, the puddle in the number 2 reactor detected a high reading of the radioactive substances. And why is this? Well, the nuclear reactor seems to be the source of this water. And the reason is the nuclear fuel must have been damaged. And there are some radioactive substances that emit from those nuclear fuels, and also the high reading of radioactive substances. Well, if we consider this, it seems that there's some kind of a damage, and the water must have leaked out and has arrived to the turbine building. So the situation is changing day by day in this nuclear power plant. And could you once again explain what is happening in each of the reactor? Yes, first of all, number 1 reactor. First of all, regarding the water leaked, they are being collected in the condenser, and they have increased the number of pumps from 1 to 3. And they're trying to recover the water, and pressure and temperature remain slightly higher, so the situation remains unstable. And as for number 2 reactor, regarding the water leaked out from here, they're right now thinking how to collect the water that is leaked out. Where to collect water is not being determined yet. And the good news is that for number 2 reactor, a pool that stores spent fuel or nuclear fuel, they have a substantial amount of water, so the nuclear fuels have not been exposed. And number 3 reactor, yes, we did find the leakage of radioactive water, and they haven't found out yet where and how to collect those water. And for number 4 reactor, there is no fuel in the nuclear reactor, so that's a good news. And the good news is also that the nuclear fuels are submerged in the water, so they're not exposed.
In the meantime, TEPCO has asked independent research centers to check if radioactive substances from the nuclear power plant contain highly toxic plutonium. The plant continues to emit radioactive materials that may include plutonium, which is manufactured in the reactors. So far, the utility firm has not detected the material through its own methods. The company took soil samples from the plant's compound last week and sent them to the Japan Atomic Energy Agency and the Japan Chemical Analysis Center for examination. The company says it expects the results will be available within several days. Plutonium is formed at power plants that use conventional uranium fuel. The number 3 reactor of the Fukushima plant uses mixed oxide fuel, or MOX fuel, which contains uranium blended with plutonium extracted from spent nuclear fuel. Experts say radioactivity from plutonium is not absorbed by human skin. It can be blocked with paper to prevent breathing it in. But if the substance is inhaled or ingested, it remains in the body for a long time and can cause cancer. The power company plans to conduct checks twice a week to determine if the plant's soil is contaminated with the material.